There's a lot of sand lying here that the sandstorm blew between the rocks. An old cart, no longer roadworthy. There's only one broken wheel left on it. The other is missing. The wheel is broken, but the metal rim still seems to be all right. I'll take it with me. A bar that was used as a spoke is still useful. The gate to Zerzura. Impressive. A recess in the gate. There are various symbols all around it. The cats stand for Bastet, the goddess of love and fertility. If she is here, then her counterpart Sekhmet can't be far away. I wonder if that's the keyhole. The key is inserted. All the pieces fit, but it doesn't move.
You need to turn the key.
Sure, turn it, but how? There's no handle on it.
Then make one, Mr. Inventor.
The metal ring would hold the key fragments together, but it's a bit too big. It fits, but the ring is a bit too loose to turn it. Now the ring is stabilized. Ramon?
Yes, brother?
We're so close to our goal now. All the key fragments fit, but nothing's happening.
There's a fable about the gate, but I don't know how it could help.
Do you think the gate opens when we tell it a story? Why not? We are in Zerzura after all.
Not quite, and that's the problem. What are these symbols all around it?
Perhaps there's something about that in my notes. I can at least say they aren't Egyptian characters.
You said that the key has to be turned somehow.
Yes, in a very particular way.
I'd like to hear the story about the gate.
Once a little bird sat in front of a white gate that was embedded in a huge mountain. He couldn't go up the mountain because he had broken one of its wings. The bird was lamenting his misfortune when a cat sneaked up. Because the bird had never seen such an elegant animal before, he asked it bluntly if it could help it. The cat was surprised at the courage of the little bird. She decided to wait a while before eating it, and asked it what it needed help with. The bird spoke of its nest above the gate, and that it absolutely had to get back to its eggs. There was nothing easier for the cat than to climb up there, and she offered to carry the bird in her mouth. She planned to eat it and the eggs, but the bird didn't suspect anything. He climbed thankfully into the cat's mouth, and she jumped from stone to stone up to its nest. Yet once they reached it, the cat got a shock, as there sat a huge vulture. The cat turned on its heels, and the little bird jumped out of its mouth. He wanted to protect his eggs in the nest, but the vulture approached him menacingly. As the bird closed its eyes, full of fear, the white gate under him opened, and the mountain shook. The vulture flew away, and the bird was once again left undisturbed in his home.
See you soon.
Yes, see you later, Theodore. I've been dreaming of this moment all my life.
Impressive.
The White City.
That way. Yes, exactly. It must be somewhere there.
What must be there? What are you looking for, Ramon?
Our house, Theodore. The house I was born in.
You can remember that. You were only 5 when you left this place.
But I see it in my dreams. There. Back there.
Ramon!
Oh no! Ramon! He's unconscious, but he's still breathing.
We need the healing water.
Fetch it. I'll look after him in the meantime.
Where could it be? I wonder if the lion's head means anything. Perhaps this is the house that Ramon grew up in. The upper stone is loose. An attractive old house. Nice architecture. This might actually be my mother's house. It's certainly worth taking a closer look. It somehow feels right. The whole column is studded with scenes from a temple ritual or something like that. Ramon could probably interpret it. Who knows what this used to be, but now it's just shards. Ramon had lots of space to play here. That's the way up to the rooms on the upper floor. It looks as though the ladder up has been lost. Painted walls in the style one would expect in Egypt. Armchairs and chaises longues, the like of which I've only seen in manor houses. Clearly drawn by Ramon. That's proof that he was obsessed with the lion-headed goddess even as a child. A small statue of a deity for domestic use. The statue is holding something, a necklace with a blood-red stone. That must be another one of those wedding necklaces, like the one from the cave. The stone is blood red. I know even less about my father than I do about my mother, but this blood-red stone proves that they must have loved each other very much. Good to know. Blown sand, just like you can find all over Zerzura. Painted walls in the style one would expect in Egypt. The garden must have been beautiful back then. Everything has long since dried out. A huge crevasse, dizzyingly deep and insurmountable. I could easily get over with the drawbridge, but unfortunately it's on the wrong side. Looks like the foundations of a church, but here, within view of the temple. Strange. A Bible, worn and very old. Could almost be a first edition. Project Megalomania. The builder doesn't really seem to have got very far. I wonder if that's been willfully destroyed. Here, someone has written something on the last pages. In an agitated hand, but definitely Zerzurian. It was a mistake to betray the belief of my father. For a benevolent nod from the Queen turned out to be a slap in the face. How blinded I was all these years. So, finally I will do it. Like my forefathers the Crusaders, to the honor of our God, the only true God. The foundations are laid. My church will be much bigger and more impressive than the temple. Down with Sekhmet and her servants. It shall be a church that is open to all. Access on all sides. The exact opposite of the temple, which can only be entered over a bridge that is only rarely let down. The Queen will soon regret casting me out. How could she favor Susanna over me? Why has she taken her into the intimate circle in place of me? Because she guards the river's influx. But that is no merit. One of her forefathers built his house around the influx, and now she sits there and plays at being the guardian. I shall show her that there is nothing on which one can rely. Forsooth, I shall show her what it means to be cast out. A Zerzurian spade. You can split stone with that. Many months of work have gone into this. A date tree. The leaves are completely dried out. I'll take one with me. I wonder who lived here. A clay pot. It was probably used to store foodstuffs. A piece of a robe. That would suggest there were Christians living here. The people who lived here don't seem to have liked Egyptian murals. Whatever used to be in there, the crate is empty now. The mount is broken, and the millstone has fallen out. There's nothing I can do with that. I can see the sky. According to the note in the Bible, the river influx is somewhere behind a wall. Ramon would go mad if he woke up and saw that I've taken apart the house where he was born. I have to find the right place. It fits! Flower. The flower is sticking to the wall there. It must be damp. That was easier than I thought. The stone was already quite crumbly. An underground river. And there's enough room to breathe, too. Then let's do it. I don't need to go down again, so I'd better take it with me. First, I'll make sure I've got a trouble-free way back. Hopefully the mechanism still works. Broken. Well, at least the drawbridge stays down. I'll take that with me. A skeleton who used to be a warrior. His leather armor with iron fittings is still in good shape. I'll only cut off one of the metal plates. Perhaps that's a Zerzurian image of a book, but I can't read it. I bet it describes some kind of ritual. The door to the inside of the temple, closed and with no handle. What could they mean? Ramon would surely have known. Ramon, dear brother, I would much rather ask you than search you, but you have always written everything down. Perhaps that will help us now.
Sekhmet, goddess with lion head. Her name in translation means the powerful one, and one of her epithets is the mistress of trembles. She dictates over war and illness, but also over healing. If the priests succeed in appeasing her in prayer, she is also willing to revoke threats, embodies the combative aspect of the cat, hence the lion head, as counterpart to Bastet, the cat-headed fertility goddess.
Very good. The symbols are also here in Ramon's notes. Here on the right is water, easy to recognize. The symbol over there means Zerzurian blood. Strange. Then here on the left we have the symbol for sand. Down at the bottom is fire. And that must be amber, which stands for a flash? Very interesting. These alcoves must be connected to the large cogwheel and the door via some kind of mechanism. I guess it works with weights. Then the various materials would make the door move.